not unusual for racial profiling cases involving police to take years to go through the complaint process. But imagine waiting nearly 10 years and not even being aware that the case had been appealed a couple of times. Well, that's what happened to Emmanuel Abraham, a young black man. In December 2014, the then 18-year-old was driving in Terrebonne when he was pulled over by a police officer who asked him what was he doing there. The officer, Constable Stephanie Lemaitre, told him that she'd done a check on his license plate and it showed that the owner lived at an address in Montreal North. Abraham explained that he'd been visiting his father who lived in Terrebonne and he was heading back to Montreal. He provided his insurance and his registration, but Lemaitre gave him a ticket for his registration, which she felt was crumpled and illegible.
I make my stop right. I didn't speed. I talked to her nicely. After that, I called my father right away. Say, I know this, not this time.
Abraham successfully contested the ticket, and then he complained to Quebec's police ethics commissioner. He felt he was pulled over because he was black. It took more than 5 years for his complaint to reach the next stage, which was a hearing at Quebec's Police Ethics Administrative Tribunal, which actually has the power to sanction officers. It ruled that the traffic stop was justified and not racially motivated. As far as Abraham knew, that's where his case ended. He and his father had no idea that his case was still moving through appeals until CBC contacted them.
They have my address, they have my email, they have my name, they have everything on me. So they can send me a paper every time she appeal. I didn't get nothing.
He never thought he'd still be waiting to see if the police officer would be punished.
For me to wait 10 years, that's just beyond crazy, you know?
Foniemi is a civil rights activist who has advocated on behalf of victims of racial profiling. He says he's never seen a case like Abraham's that's taken so long to conclude. And he says the long delays can be discouraging for many people.
The battle can be long, in part because police officers or police departments don't like to lose, especially when the case involves racial profiling.
If a police officer is found guilty of breaching the police ethics code, it's almost automatically appealed, which is the officer's right. But Niemi says that complainants can often feel forgotten in all of this.
And that's why we always tell people, please hang on, don't drop out, because this is the only way to change the system.
In Abraham's case, the tribunal's decision was actually overturned by the Court of Quebec in 2021, following an appeal by the Police Ethics Commissioner. Lemaitre appealed that decision, but that appeal was rejected last month. She now has 30 days to appeal that decision. Abraham and his father say they can't help but feel that the system is designed to favor and protect the police.
Everything is done on purpose to protect them and to make sure that we don't get involved.
Abraham is worried that the police officer has continued to work since the incident without any sanctions. He also has no idea if she's received any training, such as learning about unconscious bias, since the incident. Although the government and individual police forces have said that there's zero tolerance for racial profiling, he says that the long complaint process sends a different message.
I just feel disappointed. I just feel like my father said, they don't care.
Lemaitre-Rio's lawyer wouldn't comment. As for Terrebonne police, they said that there is ongoing training when it comes to combating social and racial profiling.